Howdy, howdy, listeners. This is your host, Random Nerd, on the Critical Thinking Nerd podcast. First, thank you for your patience during this pause from the podcast. I have had various life items to take care of, and as much as I want to share updates and continue the Positive Masculinity series, life takes priority. I have also been doing some side items with the In Sessions Media podcast. Not to take away from Critical Thinking podcast, but lots of societal, national, and now global events have taken my focus into very broad research and analysis. Here are a few items I want to share that will give you insight to my research and analysis. Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny and his raunchy music, the Epstein files and the deliberate redactions and even web link removals by the Department of Justice, the various protests against law and order, and even support to the ex-president Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro, and just recently, the Israeli attack with U.S. support against the Iranian government that eliminated the Iranian supreme leader and top military officials. I have my personal opinion on that, but that's for a later update. These aren't just surface level debates. This is spiritual warfare. As a Christian man, I have been diving into the Bible. Using critical thinking and pattern recognition, I see these events not as worldly affairs, but as deliberate spiritual attacks between good and evil. TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, even in-person discussions, news of World War III and the end times. This is my attempt to reach out to you and ask of you to join me as a warrior of God. If you don't believe in God and Jesus, I'm not here to push my beliefs onto anyone, but I do ask of you to open your hearts and seek faith. Global war is never the answer, but here we are. My only request is to pray. Pray for peace, pray for family, friends, even pray for those who do not believe, and especially pray for our enemies. From New King James Version, the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 44. But I say to you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. But also, 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 9. Therefore, give to your servant an understanding heart to judge your people, that I may discern between good and evil. For who is able to judge this great people of yours? As well as Hebrews 5:14. But solid food belongs to those who are of full age, meaning spiritual maturity. That is, those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. And last, Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Beloved, do not avenge yourselves, but rather give place to wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. And for protection, Psalm 91. For myself, part of how I fight back is by building tools for thinking citizens. I have been creating a pocketbook and even a book course series on political philosophy, mainly for United States governance, but the principles can be utilized by anyone. The pocketbook is ready and available for download in my Beacon store for $10. The book course series is in works and will be self-publishing on Amazon once I get the specifics refined. The Critical Thinking podcast will continue with the year-long Positive Masculinity series. To maintain the flow of the series, I'll be playing catch-up, so turn your notifications on and be on standby for episodes as they're uploaded. As always, thank you for your listening ear. For truth, transparency, and fairness.